Hi, my name is Sarah Briggs. I'm a business major at Western Governors University. Today I'm going to be presenting to you my Far Horizon business plan. Imagine that you're planning a wedding reception, a retirement party, or a training meeting for your company. One of the first issues that you need to address is where you're going to hold your event. There are many options available to you. You can go to a hotel, a church, a school, or even outside, weather permitting. Now, imagine that the town you live in, the only facility available holds 350 people maximum. What are you going to do? Are you going to cut your guest list in half? Are you going to have it outside and hope that the weather cooperates with you? I don't think that you should have to do either. I'm here to propose to you the need for the Far Horizon Convention Center. Today I'll be talking about market analysis, objectives, place, price, and promotion for the Far Horizon Convention Center. First, let me give you a brief history of Far Horizon. Far Horizon is a company that features a restaurant and a bar lounge. It would like to add on a convention center and eventually a motel and a convenience store. The property, which was once a dinner bowling alley, is adjacent to the airport and has access to major freeways. It's centrally located in a sparsely populated state. The restaurant and the lounge have been operating since March of 2006, and major renovations are needed in order for the convention center to be operational. Once the convention center has earned substantial capital, the revenue will be used to build the motel and the convenience store. There is already a current customer base for the restaurant and an experienced management staff in place. The Far Horizon management staff would like to be able to accommodate 850 people with a full-service facility when they need to host events. So we're going to take a look at market analysis. The first thing in market analysis is there really a need for Far Horizon Convention Center? Through informal discussions and looking at the market around the area, it's been determined that there is definitely a need for a full-service convention center. There's currently no place in the community where a person can host a large event. Right now in the community there's 4 places where someone can hold an event. The Holiday Inn, which will hold 350 people, the local school, which has many rooms and gymnasiums and auditoriums, doesn't have a banquet service, and the district policy restricts the use of it. There's the local college, which is greatly used right now, and so reservations are very hard to come by, and there's no banquet facility at the college either. And then there's the public library, which has a lot of meeting rooms, but limited seating, no support services, and no banquet area. So there is indeed a need and an opportunity for Far Horizon to offer a meeting place for large groups based on the competition. There are groups who have expressed interest in a meeting house for large groups, and at this phase in the business plan there's limited competition. So it would be a great time for Far Horizon to take advantage of this. The next thing we're going to talk about are the objectives of the owner. The current objectives are a 4-phase plan. Phase 1 and 2 involve restructuring the restaurant and lounge. This phase was completed in March of 2006. And although there are no profits to showing the first 6 months, there is profits currently happening. Phase 3 involves the reconstruction of the bowling alley into a convention center. This phase will involve a lot of coordination and planning. The current owner will be in charge of its logistics and the reconstruction of the convention center. In Phase 4, there is the opening of a motel and a convenience store. Phase 4 should be completed in 5 years of the convention center opening, and it will allow the owners of Far Horizon to take advantage of the close vicinity of the airport and the travelers that come through there. The airport and the business meetings will be a central part of Far Horizon's business, and the motel will be greatly needed for convenience. There are many strategies that need to be implemented in order for Far Horizon to be successful. Let's talk about place right now. Right now, Far Horizon has a great location, and the property is mostly all owned. The area is near the airport, and we will be able to capitalize on the business meetings and such from airport travelers. Some issues of the location are the mass transit system and how far away the restaurant is for lunch patrons. There's currently no bus line or mass transit to Far Horizon from the motels, and since there isn't a motel at Far Horizon yet, this could pose a problem for people using the convention center that are from out of town. Also, the distance for lunch patrons is quite far, so in order to overcome this great distance, Far Horizon will need to have a great lunch menu, affordable prices, and friendly services to keep people coming to the restaurant for lunch. The next thing we'll look at is price. Far Horizon is going to use a one-price strategy. This allows an easy way for the customers and the administrative side of the business. Far Horizon will also need to scout the competition and find the right price for services to maximize revenues. This will also help keep Far Horizon abreast of the competition. This will include going to Holiday Inn and the local college to see what services are offered and the pricing they're using. These observations will have to be taken into consideration for the convention center. Another great strength of the Far Horizon business is that the property is mostly paid for. There's only a mortgage balance of $58,000 on a property that's worth $240,000. So this works out to be roughly $526 a month for a monthly mortgage. This allows the owner flexibility when he's picking the pricing to begin with to help build a strong customer base. The next thing that we're going to look at is promotion. Right now, a great way to use free advertising is to get word of mouth from the current customer base that we already have. We're also going to try and use such media as TV, radio, newspaper, and billboards, and we'll study those and decide if the cost is worth the revenues that are generated from it. Another major component in promotion will be the internet. The internet is a great tool that allows individuals from all over the world and the country to view the facilities and all that Far Horizon has to offer. With proper use of the internet, this media could generate large revenues for a small amount of capital. So, in conclusion, the institution of the action plans will be key to the owner and the management staff. The owner is assigned himself zoning laws and regulations and an estimated cost for fines, and if any such laws are broken. He's also looking into the cost if construction were to halt for building violations. As discussed previously, the need for scouting the competition and advertising will be completed prior to the opening of the convention center. These actionable items will need to be completed by the manager and are extremely important to the success of Far Horizon. Another actionable item for the convention center will be the banquet and how we're going to handle the banquet situation. Does Far Horizon keep large amounts of food on hand, or do they ask for advanced bookings so they can have a greater menu variety? And they'll also be able to control waste if they ask for advanced booking. The kitchen manager will need to look into these issues as well as the state laws for banquets. The main thing that needs to happen to ensure that Far Horizon is getting the most return on the money spent for advertising and such is to reassess and follow up every few months. I would recommend that each person that's been assigned a task write a report on their findings and what could be done differently to maximize results. Each season brings about different business opportunities. I would compare profits from the current year to profits from the previous year to see how business is doing. It would be wise to keep a file of the circumstances surrounding each month of business so you can more fully understand how your business is doing when you have something to compare it to. With proper controls in place and the actionable items being executed, Far Horizon should see profits within the first 12 months of being opened. By following this marketing outline, the owner and investor should be happy with the profits and returns they begin to see. Proper planning and coordination will be the key components of whether Far Horizon is able to continue growing and become a lucrative business. So, when planning your next big event, you will be able to accommodate all 600 of your guests without needing the cooperation of the weather. You can rely on Far Horizon to make your big day a successful one. Thank you for your time today.